Hello and welcome to myastrologycoach.com, and thank you for visiting this page. There are only 4 types of relationships, and which ones do you have? Have you ever marveled at the fact that we have 4 elements: fire, air, earth, and water, and these elements are inside of you? The body is majority water. You have saliva, it's hot inside of your mouth. You have electricity inside of your heart, so there go fire. Your lungs is full of air, and your flesh is the earth. So have you ever really marveled at the 4 elements? Have you ever marveled at the fact that we have 4 seasons, which we know are the spring, summer, fall, and winter? Or what about the fact that humans only have 4 blood types: A, B, AB, and O? Could all of these patterns correspond to the 4 lobes in your brain? Yes, the human brain has 4 lobes. Or what about the 4 directions: east, west, south, and north? Or what about the 4 chambers in your heart? Yes, even the heart has 4 chambers. See, all of this cannot be a mere coincidence, as this is nature and we are created within this beautiful energetic framework, and we are created in the image of God. See, there are only 4 types of relationships. And according to the ancient Chinese, and they're right, both man and woman have yin and yang energy. Okay, so a woman is yin yang, as she has majority estrogen and just a little bit of testosterone. A woman is yin yang. A man is the opposite. He's yang yin, as he has majority testosterone and just a little bit of estrogen. Since both man and woman have both yin and yang, this produces a maximum of 4 energetic expressions. In other words, there are only 4 ways in which our energy coalesce with one another. And this is what we call the 4 channels of energy, or the 4 arms of expression. Now keep in mind that all relationships are either compatible or incompatible, or what we call positive or negative. So here are your 4 channels of energy. Channel 1 is the yin channel. This is when a woman's female energy coalesces with a man's female energy. That's the first connection. Channel 2 is the yang channel. This is when a woman's masculine energy coalesces with a man's masculine energy. Channel 3, this is when a woman's female energy is coalescing with a man's masculine energy. And channel 4, which is yang yin. This is a role reversal. This is when a woman's masculine energy is coalescing with a man's feminine energy. See, just like you have a heartbeat and your heart is the love center, your heart generates a pulse, and all of your relationships, all of them have a pulse. The heart is a light generator, and our physical lives depends on the light of the sun for our survival. So this is the internal mysteries and the external mysteries and how they coalesce with one another. 2 people's birthday play a vital role in compatibility, as the forces of nature are inside of man and woman. So fire and air tend to blend better, as fire needs air to breathe. And water and earth tends to blend better, as water can nurture the earth. So remember, we will either have a positive constructive relationship, or we'll have a negative destructive relationship, and all of this can be foretold. See, our relationships will have a pulse. And let's take a look at me and my brother's Minister Jew's pulse. On the left hand side, you see a pulse. You see a graph. The little dots on each particular on a graph represents interactions that we have. So let's say, for an example, he's a Gemini and I'm an Aquarius. And that means the sun was in Gemini, the sun was in Aquarius when we both were born. Gemini is an air sign, the first air sign, and Aquarius is the last air sign. They're both air signs, so therefore they get along because they represent the same element. Air is communication, ideas, and talking, and that's what we do. So this will be a positive interaction. Now, everyone starts on 0. And then the first interaction will be his son to my son, and we will go up 1. So then our next interaction, whatever that may be, we go up another 1. That was positive. And then our third interaction goes down. So each interaction is either positive or negative, and we put that in the form of a pulse, because that's what your heart does. So let's go to the 4 energies of expression, or the 4 arms of expression. Notice channel 1 is a very positive energy. We have absolutely no negative energy in channel 1. This is the yin channel. Channel 2 is the only channel that has a little bit of negative energy, only has one thing negative, and this is the Yang channel. Channel 3 is a beautiful channel of yin yang energy that is flowing just like how channel 1 is. It has 3 positive things and no negative interactions. And finally, channel 4, yang yin, we have 1 positive interaction here and no negative. All right. So we see that the yin yang and yin channels are very positive, and this should tell you something. All relationships, just because you're a man doesn't mean they're going to be masculine, macho, in this ridiculous stereotype that men have. Our relationship is based upon listening, writing, and creativity. Let's move into a married couple's love post. Now notice, again, everybody starts on 0, and notice that they have 4 consecutive negative interactions. So for an example, let's just say a classic one would be Gemini and Pisces. This sign is known to get into it. And I always say that they have 4 personalities because Gemini is the twins, 2 people, and Pisces have 2 fish going in opposite directions. So these are really 4 people. So let's just say that's a negative interaction. So it will go down 1, you see. So this relationship had 4 negative interactions that took it immediately down to a -4. And then it had 3 positive interactions, which brought it up to a -1. And then the last 2 interactions were negative, which gave it a final score of a -3. Now, this does not mean just because it's negative, it cannot work, because the negativity is still attraction. It takes your conscious awareness to be able to change and transmute the energy to make it work in your favor. Attraction is attraction. You can very well turn this over into a plus whatever, okay? So now let's go and look at the energetic arms of expression. Channel 1 is the most positive energy. So if channel 1 is the most positive channel of energy, this relationship should have yin-centered activities: walking, talking, the park, prayer, meditation, relaxation, rejuvenation is the key. Couples massage type of thing. It's very soft. Channel 2 has a lot of negative energy, which is only two negatives, but it has no positive, and that's destructive yang energy. Destructive yang likes to fight. So you can implement constructive yang where you need to physically work out together, ride bikes, or do some type of physical activity that kind of exhausts your physical energy, because yang is a very physical force. And then channel 3 has some negative yin yang, no positive here. And this means that the female energy is not in agreement with how they see the male role in their life, and vice versa. The husband is not necessarily in agreement on how he sees the wife role in his life. All right. And then channel 4 we see has 1 positive and 1 negative, and has a net score of 0. So you can work on the weak areas by implementing constructive things to do, but also it's easier for you to jump into the channel that has the most positive energy. It is real simple. So this marriage has been very challenging, to say the least. But if you pay attention to the pattern of the pulse had always remained in the negative score. It never ever passed 0 and went into positivity, although it did have some positive interactions. And this is the beautiful thing about understanding the pattern. Now, just because it didn't have a positive score and stayed in negativity, again, negativity is still a pole of attraction. The only thing you will have to do is become consciously aware of what makes you happy in the relationship, embrace some of the principles here, and voila, like magic, things will be better. So if there are only 4 energies, and there are, this is a fact, then it shall be easy for us to understand the hidden forces that govern our relationships. And we must become very conscious and aware of these forces so we can live a life that is full of harmony and happiness. So this is what you will get. You will receive a custom PDF report that is designed for you because each person is different. In this report, you will learn what type of relationship you have. You will be given examples of exercises and activities to do that fit your relationship type. Once you know what your relationship type is, you yourself can implement the activity that corresponds to the energetic expression. You will also have 1 personal consultation with me to ensure your success. So find out your relationship today. You no longer have to be oblivious to the forces of your inner nature. It's very important. It's your inner nature. And you no longer have to be oblivious to the outer nature of the cosmic forces. So you no longer have to engage in destructive relationship patterns without knowing the true energetic forces that govern your relationships. Stats say that 50% of marriages end in divorce. There is clearly something that we do not know when it comes to understanding love. We all have had breakups, and not one of those breakups did we enter with the intent on breaking up. This is when we became a victim of our very own ignorance. Find out your relationship type today.